Hello, my beautiful, fiery Aries souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked. Thank you for being here, for choosing to show up for yourself in this sacred space. As you take a deep, empowering breath, I want you to feel the universe drawing you into a moment of pure, unadulterated potential. A golden doorway is swinging open just for you, a portal where the echoes of old battles finally fade, and a powerful cosmic message begins to ignite within your very core. This month's celestial alignment is so much more than just a dance of planets in the night sky. It is a divine spark landing in the center of your heart, a clarion call summoning you toward breathtaking clarity, profound courage, and a destiny that has been blazing in the stars, waiting for you to claim it. Let this be your sanctuary, a place where your inner fire is not just acknowledged, but celebrated. A spiritual pep talk where your sacred instincts are sharpened and your spirit remembers its glorious, trailblazing purpose. Now, let us step into part 1 and hear what the cosmos is so eager to reveal to its beloved warrior. There comes a moment, my dear dynamic Aries, when your soul feels a surge of energy long before your mind can even name it. It's a time when the very air around you seems to crackle with anticipation, feeling both wonderfully expansive and intensely focused, as if the universe itself is holding its breath right alongside you, waiting for you to make your move. And perhaps, in these recent days, you have sensed it, that unmistakable thrum of restlessness in your spirit, that quiet roar of impatience deep in your soul, a magnetic pull toward the horizon that tells you something magnificent is arriving, even if its shape is not yet clear. Why does this November of 2025 feel so profoundly different? Why does it seem as though life is leaning in, not just whispering, but calling out your name, urging you to pay attention, to get ready? I have a feeling you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've been feeling that incredible surge of get up and go energy, that feeling that you are on the precipice of a monumental launch, let me know in the comments below by typing, "I am ready to ignite my destiny." Your words have power, and I truly love hearing from our incredible community. And while you're there, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to Astrology Unlocked and turn on notifications. I want to ensure you never miss these cosmic updates that are designed to help you navigate your journey with courage and grace. So, why do you sense this colossal shift approaching, but perhaps cannot tell if it is a divine blessing, a final test, or the beautiful, fiery truth that for a soul like yours, they are one and the same? Listen closely, Aries, because November 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal months of your entire year, and the cosmic alignment is preparing to connect with your destiny in ways you can only begin to imagine. You are standing at a spiritual starting line, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by a timing so divinely orchestrated, it feels like the universe has just fired the starting pistol. This is the kind of month that completely rearranges your inner world, not by tidying the corners, but by setting your entire spirit ablaze with purpose, guiding you toward the version of yourself your soul has been fighting to become for years, even when your mind hesitated. So take a deep breath. Feel that fire within you, because the universe is about to speak your language. When Saturn, the planet of structure and discipline, makes a move, a fiery Aries feels it as a call to mastery. Its energy, steady, grounding, and purposeful, moves across the sky like a master strategist, a cosmic trainer awakening the lessons you thought you had already learned. But Saturn's influence this month doesn't come to weigh you down. It comes to give your incredible fire direction. It's here to help you build a worthy vessel for your immense power, transforming raw impulse into strategic, unstoppable action. It lifts old frustrations from your heart, not to remind you of failure, but to finally free you from the patterns that have kept you running in place. You may notice echoes of past battles rising, not as haunting ghosts, but as strategic debriefs, showing you with stunning clarity where you went wrong so you can get it right this time. Do not fear these moments of reflection. They come because your soul is finally strong enough to turn old wounds into wisdom. And then there is Neptune, the planet of dreams and mysticism, your ruler's cosmic opposite, deepening the waters of your subconscious. Neptune's presence in November heightens your connection to the divine in the most extraordinary ways. This can be a challenge for you, Aries, as you prefer clear, direct action. Neptune's energy can feel like a mystical fog, but this month it is your greatest ally. It asks you to look before you leap, to connect your powerful actions to an even more powerful vision. Your dreams may become more vivid, your gut feelings more potent. You may receive insights not through logic, but through sudden flashes of inspiration. This is not your imagination running wild. This is divine guidance. Neptune is reminding you that your greatest gift isn't just your power to act, but your emerging ability to act with divine purpose. And then, like a brilliant sunrise cresting the horizon, Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, enters your path, bringing a wave of optimistic, luminous encouragement to your destiny. Where Saturn provides the blueprint and Neptune provides the vision, Jupiter provides the divine fuel. It widens your battlefield of opportunity, helps you break free from limiting beliefs, and places incredible new possibilities directly in your hands. Some of these opportunities may feel sudden, almost shockingly perfect, as if the universe was just waiting for the exact moment you were ready to lead the charge. When these three celestial giants weave their energies into a single month for you, something truly rare occurs. A spiritual ignition, a golden key turning in the lock of your potential. This is a turning point where destiny doesn't just knock, it kicks down the door and announces its arrival. This is why November carries such a potent electric charge. You are standing at the intersection of old karmic patterns and a brilliant new destiny held by the hands of a universe that is roaring the same word back to you. Begin. The true gift of this month is understanding that nothing rising in your life is meant to stop you. Everything is meant to launch you. The restlessness, the impatience, the unexpected moments of intense clarity or frustration. These are not signs of chaos. They are signs of a profound, energetic upgrade. Signs that the universe is rearranging itself to align with the leader you are becoming, not the soldier you once were. If your spirit feels restless, it is not instability. It is the pre-launch sequence. If old battles resurface, it is not regression. It is the final transmutation of pain into power. If people from your past drift away, it is not loss. It is a divine clearing of your runway. The universe knows who can't fly at your new altitude, and it knows exactly who is ready to soar with you. Your only task, dear Aries, is to keep your eyes on the horizon. You were never meant to be a bystander. You are the first sign, the spark, the one who carries the courage for new beginnings that benefits every other cycle. You feel intensely because your spirit is forged in fire. You transform rapidly because you are an agent of change. And this month, you will feel this shift not as a gentle nudge, but as a powerful surge from within. A recognition that the warrior in you is ready to become the champion. For many signs, change is something that happens to them. For you, Aries, it is something that happens through you. November initiates this internal activation first, a burning away of fog, a release of self-doubt, a powerful reclaiming of your worth. After years of perhaps dimming your light for others, you will understand with every fiber of your being that you are no longer the version of yourself who walked into this year. You are wiser, more focused, and infinitely more powerful. Spiritually, November marks your launch pad. The universe is placing you precisely where old limitations end and your true reign begins. You are not being tested. You are being crowned. You are not being pushed. You are being unleashed. You are not being shaken apart. You are being forged into wholeness, and you are not doing it alone. Every silent prayer for a breakthrough, every moment of frustration you pushed through, every time you got back up when you were knocked down, it has all been witnessed, honored, and amplified by a force larger than life itself. Trust that force now. So, if November feels intense, trust the energy. If your heart races with anticipation, trust the momentum. If life feels like it's demanding more from you, trust that you have more to give. Your spirit recognizes this month on a cellular level. It knows what is ending. It knows what is beginning. It feels the alignment. It hears the call to action. And deep down, you do too. You were born for this moment. Allow the shift. Embrace the power. And with that fire now roaring within you, let us move into the next part, where we explore why your instincts are becoming so razor-sharp, and why this month awakens a courageous vision you may have been afraid to fully claim until now. There is a sacred fire that burns in the heart of every Aries, a truth so potent and so immediate that it guides you like a primal instinct. You always know when it's time to act. Long before the plan is perfect, long before others see the opportunity, long before the path is fully clear, something within you screams, now. You sense the opening. You feel the momentum. You know the moment to strike. And yet, my dear Aries, you are also the one who sometimes gets frustrated when the world doesn't move at your speed. Why is it that you can see the future with such clarity but get tripped up by the details of the present? Why do you receive the universe's call to action so powerfully, only to sometimes burn out before the mission is complete? Why does the very fire that makes you a brilliant initiator sometimes become the very thing you struggle to sustain? This is your beautiful paradox, your power, your lesson, your path. Have you ever wondered if the stars hold not just a map, but a battle plan for your future? For all you Aries souls listening, this moment is your cosmic strategy session for November 2025. It's not a prediction to follow blindly, but a powerful confirmation of what your warrior spirit already knows. This month does not teach you courage. It reveals the courage you have always possessed. It invites you to trust your sacred impulse, the way the universe has trusted you to be its divine spark since the moment of your creation. You are ruled by Mars, the planet of action, desire, and unconquerable will. This gives you the rare ability to charge into realities that others are still debating, to mobilize energies others cannot yet feel, to cut through illusion and get straight to the point. But it can also give you a spirit so eager for victory that you sometimes forget to read the terrain. You question the delays because your passion is immediate. You doubt the process because your vision is fixed on the goal. You sometimes ignore the whispers of caution because the world has taught you that to be first is to be best. In November 2025, that frequency is being masterfully recalibrated. The cosmic alignment this month is sharpening your impulsive instincts into a divinely guided weapon. Neptune is bathing your Mars-driven energy in mystical wisdom, asking you to dream bigger before you act. Jupiter is expanding your vision of what's possible, turning small skirmishes into epic campaigns. And Saturn is providing the grounding force, the discipline necessary to distinguish between a reckless gamble and a courageous, calculated risk. Together, these energies create a heightened state of what I call sacred readiness. It's an inner clarity that is both fierce and focused, like a laser beam cutting through steel. You may feel sudden strategic insights that arrive while you're on the move, or a gut-wrenching certainty about a decision that defies all logic. This is not a coincidence. This is your spiritual intelligence coming online in a powerful new way. Your instinct is not just a rash emotion. It is the language of the cosmos speaking directly to your warrior soul. It is the way God points you toward the battlefield where you are destined to win. Sacred instinct is not loud, because true power does not need to shout. It needs action. And Aries, you were created with a soul capable of world-changing action. Every time you ignore that gut feeling, every time you let fear of failure slow you down, every time you dismiss that brilliant idea that rises from within, you are not avoiding a mistake. You are delaying your own coronation. Because your instinct does not lead you to chaos. It directs you toward your destiny. It doesn't warn you to frighten you. It warns you to make you invincible. It doesn't whisper to confuse you. It roars to guide you to victory. But why the doubt? Why do you, of all signs, sometimes question the very power that has won you so many battles? The answer lies in your beautiful, pioneering nature. Your fire is so pure that you sometimes fear getting burned by the complexities of the world. Your desire for immediate results is so strong that you sometimes don't want your instincts to be right if they point toward a longer, more challenging path. And in that impatience, you sometimes silence the inner voice that is giving you the winning strategy. But instinct does not have an agenda. It does not operate from ego or fear. It simply reveals the most direct path to victory. This month, the universe is asking you to listen without hesitation. You are not being asked to be reckless. You are being asked to be brave, to trust the focused power rising from within, to understand that your impatience, when channeled, is not a weakness. It is the frequency through which divine timing travels. The more you trust your sacred impulse, the faster your destiny materializes. The more you honor the signals, the more unstoppable you become. The more you listen to that inner roar, the less you will be swayed by the doubts of the outside world. Aries, trusting your instincts is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is you saying to God, I am ready for my mission. It is you saying to the universe, give me the signal. It is you saying to your own soul, I trust my power. Every time you act on your inner knowing, you claim a piece of your kingdom. Every time you doubt it, you abdicate your own throne. And November is not a month for abdication. It is a month for claiming what is rightfully yours. If this month feels intense, trust it. If your heart races, trust it. If every fiber of your being is telling you to move in a new direction, for God's sake, trust it. Because your instinct is not about predicting the future, it is about creating it. This is the moment your soul is being upgraded. Fiercely, powerfully, profoundly. You are learning to navigate not with guesswork, but with guidance. Not with doubt, but with divine certainty. And as this clarity solidifies within you, there is one more spiritual truth emerging. One that will carry you into the next chapter of your great unfolding, where destiny stops being something you chase and becomes something you command. And that is where we are going next. There is a sacred moment in every Aries lifetime when the soul quietly realizes that destiny is not a destination to be reached, but a force to be wielded. A moment when something inside you declares, it is time. Yet your heart may pound, because stepping into your full power means admitting you have outgrown the person who played it safe. And perhaps, dear Aries, you are standing in that exact moment right now. You feel the magnetic pull of the future. You sense the cosmic shift. You know that your life can no longer remain on its current trajectory. And yet, even with all the stars aligning for your victory, a small part of you may hesitate, wondering if you are truly ready to wield the power that destiny is placing in your hands. What if your destiny for November 2025 is not a script to be read, but a blueprint to be built? This question doesn't challenge your power, it unleashes it. For Aries, destiny has never been a passive affair. You feel it as a fire in your belly, an unstoppable urge to create, to conquer, to begin. But the reason you sometimes fear embracing it fully is not weakness. It is your profound awareness of the responsibility that comes with great power. You are not afraid of the future. You are afraid of failing your own potential, of not living up to the magnificent vision you hold within. November 2025 arrives as your divine blueprint, a cosmic strategy, a divine commission. This month holds 3 directives that cannot be postponed, for they rise directly from the alignment of Saturn, Neptune, and Jupiter, urging your soul to step into its next chapter with absolute conviction. The first directive is simple, yet profound. Burn the bridges to your past. This may be a cycle, a pattern of self-sabotage, a story you keep telling yourself about your limitations. It may be a connection that has served its purpose, but now drains your precious energy. For you, Aries, endings are not quiet dissolutions. They are decisive acts of liberation. They are the controlled demolitions that clear the ground for the empire you are about to build. This month, the universe asks you not to cling to what dims your fire, even if comfort or loyalty tries to convince you otherwise. Endings are not failures, they are strategic victories. The second directive is a powerful and undeniable truth. Forge your new reality with unwavering clarity. Aries often sees the world through the lens of what is possible, which is your superpower. But November asks you to look with both your visionary fire and your newfound wisdom. Neptune is sharpening your vision, not to expose your weaknesses, but to reveal the most effective path forward. Saturn is grounding your energy, not to limit you, but to make you more formidable. And Jupiter is expanding your awareness, guiding you toward opportunities that are worthy of your power. This month, illusions are burned away, not to hurt you, but to free you. The universe is not taking anything from you. It is upgrading your internal GPS so you can navigate your path with the precision of a master. The third directive is the most transformative. Embrace your next level of leadership. Growth for you, Aries, is never quiet. It is a bold, visible ascent. It is the moment you own your authority more fully than ever before. It is the choice to lead the charge in your own life, rather than waiting for permission. It is the courage to say, "This path is mine to create, and my heart knows the way." Growth asks for bravery, and you have that in abundance. But this is the bravery of the sovereign, not just the soldier, the courage to surrender to a destiny so much grander than your old fears. The universe never asks an Aries to leap without giving them wings. The divine asks only that you take that first, powerful step, trusting that your own strength will create the ground beneath your feet. From a spiritual perspective, every shift in November is a divine orchestration. God does not place you on the edge of a breakthrough to frighten you. The universe does not open doors to confuse you. Your higher self does not roar with guidance to overwhelm you. Every step, every insight, every inner command is part of a loving, divine architecture designed to bring you into the most magnificent version of your soul. You are not being challenged, you are being promoted. You are not being pushed, you are being positioned. You are not being asked to abandon yourself, you are being asked to finally, fully become yourself. Aries, do you know why destiny feels both exhilarating and terrifying? Because a part of you already knows the glory of the win, but another part remembers the sting of past defeats. But comfort is not your purpose, and safety is not your calling. You are no longer the Aries who hid their brilliance to keep the peace. You are no longer the Aries who accepted less because you feared being too much. You are no longer the Aries who silenced your instincts to appease others. This month, Destiny does not ask you to be fearless, only to be more committed to your mission than you are to your fears. Reading your destiny is an act of love. Love for your soul, your path, and the incredible life you were born to create. Let November be the month you seize the blueprint the universe designed for you. There are moments in an Aries life when the past, no matter how fast you've run from it, suddenly appears in the rearview mirror. Not to haunt you, not to punish you, but to ask one final, powerful question. Are you finally ready to outrun me for good? And perhaps, dear Aries, this is exactly what you are experiencing now. November 2025 arrives with a potent tremor, stirring up the ghosts of old battles you thought were won, resurfacing frustrations you believed were conquered. And so you ask yourself, why now? Why do the things I fought so hard to overcome return in this particular month? Why do old wounds feel tender when all I want to do is charge forward? This is your karmic graduation, Aries. Nothing is returning to break you. Everything is returning to be transmuted into fuel. Astrologically, November activates the deepest, most hidden zone of your chart, the part of your soul that stores unfinished battles and unresolved anger. When this area awakens, life doesn't drag you backward. Instead, it brings the past into your present, so you can finally declare ultimate victory. Then old rivalries or relationships may resurface in your thoughts, not because you need to engage again, but because the part of you that felt defeated is ready to claim its power. Old pain may return, like the ache in a battle scar, not because you are being tested, but because your soul is strong enough now to see it as a source of strength. Old patterns of impulsiveness or anger may reappear, not to trap you, but to show you how far you've come. November does not rewind your story. It allows you to rewrite the ending. This is not the past pulling you back. This is the past coming forward to be alchemized. There is a sacred difference. You, Aries, carry memories like battle scars. Proudly, but sometimes they still ache. You feel intensely, you fight fiercely, and you often forgive yourself last for the battles you did not win. This warrior spirit makes you magnificent, but it also makes you vulnerable to holding on to the energy of conflict longer than necessary. And so the universe, with divine precision, chooses this month to help you release what your spirit has been carrying in silence. Not because you are weak, but because you are finally ready for peacetime within yourself. Spiritually, this is one of the most profound months of your year. God does not wish for you to drag old wars into your new territory. You are being called to lay down your old weapons, to open your hands, to exhale the smoke of past battles, and to acknowledge the fights without letting them define you. This month is your spiritual alchemy, a powerful purification of your energetic body that prepares you for the new destiny waiting just beyond these final lessons. The cosmic alignment plays a crucial role in this transmutation. Saturn brings old karmic battles to the surface so they can be completed with wisdom rather than repeated with rage. Neptune softens the hard edges of your memory, allowing you to feel the lesson without reliving the trauma. And Jupiter expands your emotional resilience, helping you see each wound not as a mark of failure, but as part of your superhero origin story. Together, they create a cosmic forge, a space where your old emotional armor gently melts away, allowing your true, invincible spirit to shine through. It may feel uncomfortable, it may feel frustrating, but beneath every moment of discomfort is a promise. You are being reborn into a lighter, faster, more powerful version of yourself. Your heart awakens through action. You learn through experience, and you evolve through courage. Healing for you is not about gentle release. It is about conscious victory over your own past. Imagine your soul is an engine for new, high-octane fuel to power you forward, fuel of love, clarity, and abundance, the old sludge must be burned away. That is what November is doing, igniting what has stagnated, burning away what has hardened, and clearing your engine for the maximum performance. Trust this process. Trust the divine timing of what surfaces. Trust the unconquerable strength you are discovering within yourself. You are being prepared for a victory far greater than what you are releasing. Your soul is shedding weight. Your heart is opening to a new kind of power. And everything rising within you is rising because you are ready. And as this powerful alchemy continues to unfold, there is one more gift waiting for you, the final doorway that opens only when the soul has turned all its battles into strength. And in that sacred doorway lies the coronation of your truest self. There comes a point in every Aries journey when the soul, after walking through fire and emerging stronger, finally arrives at a threshold that feels like home. You have fought so hard, dear Aries. You have endured, you have led, you have risen from the ashes time and time again. And now, as November 2025 completes its sacred mission, a final question echoes inside you, not from doubt, but from a place of profound readiness. Am I truly ready to claim the destiny I have earned? And the universe, with a power that matches your own, responds through the mighty movements of the planets and the undeniable certainty in your heart. Yes, Aries, you are more than ready. You were born ready. This month does not come to take anything from you. It comes to give you everything you have fought for, everything that has always belonged to you, but could only reach you once you became the leader who could command it. Destiny does not reward effort. Destiny rewards evolution. And you, with your fiery resilience, have evolved more deeply than you realize. When old battles are finally won and karmic chains are broken, something extraordinary begins. New energy, powerful, clear, and unstoppable, flows toward you. The kind of energy that arrives not because you chase it, but because you have finally become its energetic match. Wealth may enter through bold opportunities you now have the courage to seize. Love may arrive not as a battle to be won, but as a partnership with an equal who respects your power. And clarity, the most potent weapon of all, will become your guiding star after years of navigating through the fog of war. The universe gives in proportion to your readiness to receive. And Aries, your hands are open now, and they are strong. The cosmic alignment of November carries a message written in fire across the heavens. The timing is perfect. The path is clear. The mission is a go. You have graduated from cycles that once held you back. And now, the universe prepares to open the final door, the one that leads you into the life that matches the sheer magnitude of your spirit. Spiritually, this is a deeply consecrated month. God never lets an Aries fight alone. Every prayer you roared into the silence was heard. Every time you fell and rose again was witnessed. Every hope you held onto was kept safe by a divine hand until you were ready to manifest it. The universe never presents you with a throne you are not prepared to sit on. And if November presents you with a kingdom, it is because your spirit has finally grown into the sovereign it was always meant to be. Aries, you are not a small soul. You are a force of nature, a divine initiator, chosen to feel, chosen to act, chosen to carry the kind of courage that sparks revolutions, both internal and external. In this month, the universe calls your name, not as a whisper, but as a coronation. You are being asked to step into the role you have long prepared for, the role of someone who no longer questions their power, no longer shrinks from their calling, no longer apologizes for the brilliance of their fire.